GoalBall is effort. GoalBall is passion. GoalBall is glory. Here, we love GoalBall. IBSA GoalBall European Championships Group B, Portugal 2022.
E estamos de volta. Estamos de volta para a segunda semifinal. O Sporting já garantiu o seu lugar na final feminina, hoje de manhã, com uma vitória de 10-0 sobre o Hércules. E agora vamos assistir ao BSI Copenhaga contra o São Paulo, o CSI de São Paulo. Um jogo com grande expectativa e que vai garantir o lugar de uma das equipas na final. A outra equipa vai disputar a medalha de bronze. Bradley, the first game was epic, a great game between Hercules and Sporting. This game will also be a special game.
Yes, the second semi-final then in the Women's World Cup. CSI, SP probably come into this game as favourites, but Copenhagen have got spirit, they've got fight, and they always come into their game with such a positive mindset. I think this is going to be a really fascinating battle, and I think it'll be interesting to find out how Copenhagen approach this semi-final.
So the clock is ready, the players are on the field. We'll start in a few moments. So let's play GoalBall.
This game is between Copenhagen on my left and CSI on my right. I would like to remind everyone to switch off your mobile phones and keep quiet while the ball is in play. Thank you. CSI starts with the ball. Quiet please, center.
So we are underway in CSI. We'll start with the ball. It's going to be Danielle Longhini who will get us underway with that trademark under her legs from backwards throw. And Rebecca Krebs will throw for the first for Copenhagen, throwing from right to left. So CSI throwing from left to right. Copenhagen in the burgundy shirts with white arrow pinstripes down the sleeves, as CSI are in red shirts with black sleeves. Starting three for CSI is Danielle Longhini, Grace Henrique, and Anna Gabrielli and Sao. As for Copenhagen, we have Rebecca Krebs, Julianne Lund, and Anja Christiansen.
So Ivelo from Bulgaria is saying that 4 goals or more for difference between CSI and BSI.
Close from Julianne Lund. It's the closest we've come to a goal in the opening 40 seconds. Here is the first one, though, for CSI, and it's Grace Henrique from this near side. The cross-court efforts that hits the back of the net. And it's 1-0 to CSI inside the opening 40 seconds. Here is Rebecca Krebs. Could she be the key to unlocking it again? It has Rebecca Krebs, and there's the celebration.
And
it's
we see him flying.
What a response from BCI Copenhagen. So Anja Christiansen is the top scorer for BCI Copenhagen with 15. Rebecca Krebs now has 13 goals in the competition. Grace Henrique is the top scorer for CSI alongside Manisa Lima. Here is Anna Gabrielli and Sao going down this near side, tipped onto the post and off the head of Julianne Lund.
Para os nossos espectadores em português, o jogo está empatado a uma bola. O CSI marcou primeiro. Rebecca Krebs, uma das estrelas da companhia aqui no BSI Copenhaga, a restaurar a igualdade. Um jogo que está numa fase em que ambas as equipas estão-se a tentar encontrar e perceber um pouco da estratégia de um lado e do outro. Relembro aos nossos espectadores no Brasil, onde são 7 horas da manhã, que podem comentar, dizer o que sentem, de onde estão a assistir, o que esperam deste jogo e o que esperam da final. A final que vai ser disputada entre o Sporting e o vencedor deste jogo entre o Copenhaga e o CSI de São Paulo.
Julianne Lund now down this near side, picked up by Sansao in the centre. She's going to hand responsibility to Longini on the far left-hand side. Cross-court effort is blocked at the front by Anja Christiansen, playing in the central role for BCI Copenhagen this morning. Anja Christiansen. Oh, is it going to find the back of the net? It's deflected. Oh, and just saved off the line. That was millimetres away from crossing. And BCI Copenhagen nearly went 2-1 in front. What a start to this semi-final. Anja Christiansen now towards this near side is blocked. Sansao now on the centre. Anja Christiansen though picks up and will respond. Down the middle of the court, it skims along from the surface, it skids into the path of Sansao. 1-1 in this semi-final. Longini now towards this near corner. Good work by Julianne Lund. Julianne Lund now. The throw down this near side that's blocked. Response here from Henrique. Henrique with the goal for Sesse this morning, looking to try and add a second. This Henrique up to double digits now for goals in the tournament, 10 goals. Here's Rebecca Krebs. We've already seen her trademark celebration this morning as she jumps for the sky. Anja Christiansen with the block, and now she's going to respond. Anja Christiansen now to this near side, has her effort saved. Here is Rebecca Krebs now, moving over to this near side of the court, goes down this near side, it's wide of the right post. Rebecca Krebs then to restart now. It's just fallen into the path of Grace Henrique. Well, it's been a tight and close encounter so far. Really
a good game
interesting
because
battle.
both of the teams are battling.
Defensively remaining really solid and compact and organised. And here is Julianne Lund with a cross-field effort that's pushed out of play. Anja Christiansen has her effort saved. And Anja Christiansen will launch the ball back on this near side of the court. Going down this near side touchline. Oh, just wide of the post. It almost skims the right post of the Sesse goal. Here is Sansao. Anja Christiansen meets the ball in front of her orientation area. Quick reply from Sesse. Good tempo, good pace to the game.
In the team bench area from Brazil, we see 2 players warming up. Probably an indication that we're going to see some substitutions.
Yeah, Monisa Lima and Elaine Marquez are just warming up in the background behind the coaches for Sesse. Copenhagen throwing from right to left with Julianne Lund on this near side, has her effort saved. And Sesse throwing from left to right. Here is Daniele Longhini going down the centre, saved by Anja Christiansen.
I've been talking with Diego Colette, the coach for Brazil, and he was telling me that yesterday they went straight to the hotel to get some rest because he wouldn't want to risk anything with the cold temperatures that we are feeling here in Lisbon. So they are really focused on the results of this first time appearance in Europe tournaments, because it's the first time that Ceci plays outside of Brazil. So it's a benchmark for the future of the team in the international meetings. So they are really focused and poised on the results of this championship.
Throw down the centre of the court, saved by Anja Christiansen. Julianne Lund now down this near side of the court, but it's cleaned up by Henrique, and she will respond. Timeout called. The first quarter ends with the teams at 1 apiece. It's been a really fascinating battle between these two sides. Here's the replay of the 2 goals.
Oh. It's impressive. Now we're gonna see the move that could be a goal, but it wasn't. In the last moment, she grabs it in the last second. What a save! So let's play GoalBall. 6 minutes to go. We'll see the clock in the screen in a few seconds. Is back.
So 1-1 with 6 minutes to go in this first half. And here is Longhini, who's come from a central role now, central position. She's moved back to a left wing position now, but Anja Christiansen's going to respond for BCI Copenhagen. Brilliant save, good power to that throw from Anja Christiansen.
Bom dia, Lucas. O tempo de jogo Estamos agora com 5 minutos e 33 segundos no relógio para o final da primeira parte. O resultado é um resultado empatado, 1-1. O CSI de São Paulo tem um golo, o BSI de Copenhaga um golo. O jogo está a ser muito disputado, surpreendentemente, porque se esperava uma entrada mais frenética da equipa do Brasil, mas neste momento estamos empatados a um golo, num jogo em que vemos ambas as equipas a procurarem encontrar-se nas jogadas, umas jogadas mais rápidas, umas jogadas mais lentas, a tentar perceber um bocadinho do que é que está do outro lado do campo. Entretanto, com esta conversa toda, 4 minutos e 57 para jogar, na primeira parte. So I was informing our viewers in Brazil that the result is a tie, which is a little bit surprising.
Surprising, but I imagine that BCI Copenhagen would come out with that positivity and remaining solid and compact and trying to make it hard to beat. And at the moment, they're doing just that. Anja Christiansen is doing her job really well in the central role, and she's looking to try to find a way through, and she nearly does. Really good work from Henrique, who dives to her right, and here is Longhini now, saved by Rebecca Krebs. And now flings the ball down the centre of the court, saved by Essen Sao, as she will come out to this near right side and go towards the centre. Anja Christiansen is there. Longhini now down to that far right. Good work for Rebecca Krebs, who Smothers the ball in front of her. 3.5 minutes to go in this first half, and it's a potential opportunity here as it just goes past the right post. Well, it's fair to say that BCI Copenhagen have arguably got the closer here to taking the lead since equalising. At the moment, Thomas Svensson, the BCI Copenhagen head coach, has got the tactics spot on.
Yeah.
But it could equally be said for the coach, Sese, Diego Colets, as well.
He has always that straight face.
He does.
It's
Very
a,
calm.
it's a beautiful story. I was talking with him, and he started as a referee. He was one of the first referees from Brazil in the Paralympics, and until Athens, he was a referee. And in Athens, he decided, I want to do this professionally and take Brazil to the next step. And he did, because Brazil is now the Paralympic gold medalist in GoalBall. So it's a beautiful story. We'll talk about it more in the men's game, because I have some stories to add to this one. But it's a story of fulfillment, because he started in a sport that didn't have references in his own country. And I don't know if you know, but Brazil is a really big country, so they work really as a continent. So there are so many, and it's such a big country that they are a little bit turned inside instead of going outside. So much of the sports history of the country is based on the idea that we have people enough to make our own championships. So it's really interesting that they are doing the step to internationalization. So let's see who's going to be the second runner-up to the final in the Women's World Cup.
Here is Julianne Lund on the left of the three for Copenhagen on this near side. She goes down the centre. Comfortable save for Sensao. She will respond quickly. Anja Christensen's there to meet it. In particular, the two central players for both of these teams have done really well. They've mopped up and soaked up a lot of pressure, and defensively, in my opinion, have been very, very impressive. Just under 2 minutes remaining of this first half.
Will it be this time that we're going to see overtime?
Could do.
Now I think the nerve game is between the physical endurance that we're going to see in the second half, because there's only 1 minute and 39 seconds to go in the first half. The second half could be the turntable, I think.
A goal just before half-time could change.
Yeah, the dynamic.
The dynamic and the momentum of the game. BCI Copenhagen have come close. Oh, and it's another good effort that's saved really well by Henrique diving to her right. She's made a couple of really good saves. Longini with that throw that's blocked. Rebecca Krebs looking to go for that corner. Henrique is there again. Defensively, Sessi have been really impressive as well. Anja Christensen is there. Julianne Lund now. Quick response. Sensao kicked away by Anja Christensen. She stops the ball from going over. And throws the ball out just to avoid the 10-second penalty. "25 seconds remaining of this first half." A goal now could really change the dynamic of this game, and here is probably the final throw for Copenhagen. Crossfield effort that's just wide. Rebecca Krebs has come close on a few occasions now. And this will be the final
I can
throw.
feel the train arriving the station, and we're going to stop the game for a few minutes.
Big save for Rebecca Krebs, 5 seconds. Hands the ball over to Julianne Lund. And there goes the hooter for half-time. And at the moment, we cannot separate the two teams. We are no
1-1.
closer to finding out who is going to be joining Sporting in the Women's World Cup final. But what a performance it's been from both of these teams. Defensively have been so solid and structured. And we're...
Vamos ver então alguns replays das jogadas da primeira parte. Temos os dois golos, o primeiro golo e o segundo golo. Na verdade, foi ao contrário, o Cessi marcou primeiro e depois o BSI restaurou a igualdade aqui no jogo da semifinal para a definição de quem vai jogar a final daqui a pouco. Esta defesa no último minuto do Cessi foi algo de realmente impressionante. Estamos então no intervalo, faltam 2 minutos e aproximadamente 15 segundos para voltarmos a ver estas duas equipas num embate que vai definir quem se vai encontrar com o Sporting na final, mais daqui a pouco. Bradley, it's a surprising game because everybody expected a tight game, but not so
close.
So close, because it's really, it goes for either side at this point.
Yeah, I think the game has sort of gone into a bit more of a defensive mode where both teams are just sort of making sure to be solid and not concede many goals. And it could be a case we only get one goal if we get a goal in this second half, and it could be the deciding one. But the game of goalball can change so suddenly. We can, if a team can get the next goal, then suddenly they have the momentum. We'll have to wait and find out, but it's certainly been an impressive performance from both sides defensively. But now I want to find out who takes this game and wants to try and book their place in the final.
– 38 segundos no relógio para o fim do tempo de intervalo. Voltaremos dentro de 30 segundos para descobrir quem é que vai jogar com o Sporting a final da GoalBall Clubs World Cup. O Cessi de São Paulo está neste momento com igualdade de marcador com o BSI de Copenhaga, 1-1, neste jogo que tem sido uma guerra de nervos entre as duas equipas. Muito disputado, muito estratégico, diria eu até. A buzina tocou e vamos jogar.
Here we go then, second half of this second semi-final in the Women's World Cup. And it's 1-1.
One. Copenhagen starts with the ball. Quiet, please. Center. Play.
So Copenhagen throwing from right to left in their burgundy shirt to the crossfield effort from Rebecca Krebs. It's wide. So Cessi will be throwing from left to right in their red and black shirts. No substitutions at half-time. All down this near side.
That's a surprise, right? I would expect that there would be some changes in the teams, but they kept them the same.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, I think maybe the coach is thinking that they're happy with the way that the first half has gone, certainly from Copenhagen's point of view. Keep the same three, and then maybe later on you can bring on some fresh energy, some fresh players to win the game. Asensao now leaning on the crossbar centrally. 360-degree throw towards the corner. Good save. Julianne Lund pushing the ball away past the post, and you can hear the oohs in the crowd. They sensed that one was a close call. Rebecca Krebs, who came mightily close a few times in that first half. She got the goal. Danielle Longhini. Cross-court effort that's wide.
Out.
Quiet, please. Play.
Julianne Lund now down the centre, just works away to this near side, and that's so close for Copenhagen. It's just wide of the right post. Inches away from Copenhagen, nearly taking the lead.
Quiet, please. Play.
Field effort from
Block
Rebecca
out.
Krebs is pushed away.
Quiet, please. Play.
Danielle Longhini now down the centre. Anja Christiansen's there to meet it. Good save by Sensao.
Out. Quiet, please. Play.
Rebecca Krebs, crossfield effort, good save by Henrique. It's Krebs and Henrique who have come close on a number of occasions now for both of these teams. Anja Christiansen does well in the centre. Oh, is it going to find a way through? Oh, it nearly does. Good work in the end. Henrique now will respond for Sessi down the middle. Just can't get past the brick wall of Anja Christiansen in that central position for BCI Copenhagen. Cross-court efforts that's kicked away from Anja Christiansen with purpose.
Ball over.
Is kicked away.
Quiet, please.
Mean business.
Play.
Oh, and it's cleared into the net by Anja Christiansen, and Sessi are back in front by 2-1. Is that the goal that could really spark?
E é o segundo golo do São Paulo. São Paulo acaba de marcar o seu segundo golo com 9 minutos e 12 segundos para jogar na segunda parte. O São Paulo, o CSI de São Paulo com 2 golos, o BSI de Copenhaga com 1 golo. 2-1 com vantagem para os brasileiros.
Rebecca Krebs is there to meet it. It's important now for Copenhagen to keep doing what they're doing and remain strong, positive, as they always seem to do.
Out.
They've been close on a number of occasions.
Quiet, please. Play.
On the centre, Anja Christiansen's there to meet it.
Out. Quiet, please. Play.
Far side of the court, Rebecca Krebs is there, diving to her right. She skims one across the surface that's equally saved. At the moment, Sessi are 8 minutes away from a place in the final to take on Sporting. Have BCI Copenhagen got anything to respond? Here's Julianne Lund down the centre. Anja Christiansen trying to find a route through as their effort blocked. Well, whatever happens for both of these teams, they will have one more match today. They'll either be playing in the final or the bronze medal game. Hercules in the bronze medal match, or Sporting in the final. They'll be all coming up later in the day. Anja Christiansen clears the ball away from the front, out to this near side.
Quiet, please. Play.
Rebecca Krebs has come to this near side. It's so close again. They've been really close of BCI Copenhagen on a number of occasions. On another day, they might have just nestled into the bottom corner.
But not today.
But not today. Anja Christiansen's there to meet it in the centre. Cross-court effort. Henrique's having a really good game for Ceci. Henrique will respond down the centre. It's deflected. Oh, it's just clung onto by Rebecca Krebs. She puts her left hand on the crossbar, throws the ball forward, down the centre. Sau is there to meet it. She just takes her time. We're entering into the final quarter of this semi-final. Anja Christian kicks the ball away.
Lockdown. Quiet, please. Play.
Então o São Paulo continua a vencer por 2-1 o BSI de Copenhaga. Temos aproximadamente 6 minutos para jogar na segunda parte. Relembro que neste caso poderá haver prolongamento com golo dourado ou morte súbita, dependendo do número de lances jogados, porque temos que encontrar um vencedor para defrontar o Sporting na final. E alguém para defrontar também o Hércules na luta pela medalha de bronze. O BSI de Copenhague acaba de pedir um time-out. Time-out from Copenhagen.
Well, they are certainly still in this game. Only one goal separating the two teams, and this could be an important time-out for Thomas Svensson's team, just relaying the tactics and relaying maybe a bit of a game plan coming into this final 6 minutes. Who can hold their nerve?
Yeah, this is the point where I want to be a fly and listen to what they are saying, because at this point nobody is really happy with the result, because BSI wants the victory and São Paulo wants to take off. It's just a goal, and in GoalBall, one goal is it's more or less than nothing, because everything could happen in 30 or 40 seconds.
I believe Diego Collet's, the Ceci head coach, will be, I think, a little bit calmer if they can get another one here and have that 2-goal advantage. Especially in the thought that he knows that Anja Christiansen and Rebecca Krebs in particular have come close on a number of occasions. And if they can find this third goal, it could confirm their spot into the World Cup final. Anja Christiansen down the centre is saved. She's put a lot of purpose and power into each of these throws. Throw down the centre.
One thing that I found interesting in the stats is that you have two of the best scorers in the female league, or in the top 4 you have Anja Christiansen with 15 goals and Rebecca Krebs with 12 goals. But if you start watching down, you see that the Ceci girls are really more equivalent between each other. You have a lot of girls with 7, with 6, with 9 goals. So they have a different strategy. The Copenhagen is supporting in 2 big players, but the São Paulo is more divided with a lot of good players.
Goals are coming across the team, being spread.
Ball over.
So 4 minutes 40 remaining in this
Quiet,
second
please.
half. The heart rates of the two teams will be just starting to raise a little bit, and the nerves maybe just kicking in a little bit. first edition of the GoalBall Club's World Cup, and I'm sure
4.5 minutes to go.
one of these teams would love to say they were the first winners of the
Let's
GoalBall
find
Club
out.
World Cup. Grace Enrique now. Cross-court effort, saved.
Quiet, please.
But you know something, I was looking at the team bench area. No one, it looks surprised.
Play.
I think that they were expecting a difficult game, but they both are happy with such a different game
Quiet, please.
of what they encounter until
Play.
here.
Longhini could be this one to seal it. It is. It's 3-1 potentially now. That could be game over. Still a long way to go, but it's 3-1 now. They've got that comfort blanket. Ceci, Danielle Longhini with the goal. It goes over the body of Julianne Lund, and Anja Christensen just gives her a tap on the shoulder, some support. It's 3-1 now.
E o Brasil acaba de marcar o seu terceiro golo. Neste momento, o Ceci de São Paulo acaba de marcar o terceiro golo, estando neste momento com 2 golos de vantagem. 3 para o Ceci, 1 para o BSI de Copenhaga.
Krebs down this near side, just wide of the right post. How many times have I said that today? Rebecca Krebs, so close. Timeout called. 3.5 minutes remaining with Ceci leading by 3-1.
Ivailo is just saying that he wants to watch some penalties because the game was so... Now I think Brazil is starting to take off, but it was so balanced that everybody believed that we could go to overtime. Everybody warming up in the team bench area of Brazil.
15 seconds.
This last goal was with the Brazilian signature because it's the back throw when they turn around and send the ball between the legs.
Play.
It's cleared away and just wide of the left post from Anja Christensen.
Quiet, please. Play.
Anja Christensen fires one down the centre, putting every bit of extra effort and energy into each throw now. They need 2 to try and draw a level. Anja Christensen. Substitution will be coming from Copenhagen.
Number 5.
Julianne Lund comes
number
off.
2.
And number 2, Hannah Svensson, comes on.
I think it's starting to rain in Lisbon.
Rain.
So it's confirmed, it's raining in Lisbon.
Quiet, please. Play.
No, because a good commentator needs to check the facts.
Of course.
So I asked someone of the team, and they
Locked
gladly
out.
do it. And it's
Quiet,
raining.
please. Play.
Danielle Longhini now with a throw from the far left side, going down the centre. It's cleared away by Hannah Svensson. So Thomas
Ball over.
Svensson decides to change his team around a little bit. Hannah Svensson's now gone into the central position. She's going to be the key defensive link, and now he's decided to put his 2 strongest attacking weapons of Anja Christensen and Rebecca Krebs out on the wings
Quiet, please.
in a last-ditch
Play.
way to try and get 2 goals to get back to level. Good save by Rebecca Krebs. Rebecca Krebs with the crossfield effort saved by Henrique. Oh, brilliant save from Rebecca Krebs, who clears the
Block
ball
out.
away out to this near side. It was a last-ditch sliding save with a left foot that
Quiet,
pushes the ball out to this
please.
near side of the court.
Play.
2.5 minutes remaining, saved by Henrique.
Olá Inês, bom dia, aqui de Lisboa. Neste momento, se as coisas se mantiverem, quem vai à final será o CSI de São Paulo, que jogará com o Sporting, que venceu há pouco,
Lockout.
no jogo anterior, o Hércules da Holanda.
Quiet, please. Play.
Here is Anja Christensen leaning on the left post as she goes across the court diagonally. It skims along the floor, but it's dealt with well by Longhini.
2 minutes to go. And Ivailo just said that he wants to see a
Out.
final between the coach of Ceci and Marcia. That
Quiet,
will be a
please.
Titan battle. I like the title,
Play.
the Battle of the Titans. Lisbon, GoalBall, World Cup.
Out.
Dun, dun,
Quiet, please.
dun.
Play.
We need to get some laugh because it's the last few games that we have here in Lisbon.
Out.
So it's a happy place because
Quiet,
you're gonna find
please.
who will be the new world champions.
Play.
But it's also a little bit sad because everybody goes away
Yeah.
and it's raining in Lisbon.
I came unprepared for the rain in Lisbon.
Really?
Yes, wasn't expecting the rain. Here is Rebecca Krebs standing in the centre of her goal, going towards the centre of the Sesse goal.
So
Time out. Copenhagen.
Timeout called by Copenhagen, so chance to get some words of encouragement, some tactics on for the final minutes as the coin toss is taking place for our first men's semi-final.
yeah, the Ceci against the Canadians from Quebec. It's 50-50 chances because we have the Canadians in both semi-finals. So one of the semi-finals will be with Quebec and the other semi-final will be with Vancouver.
So yeah, just to confirm those two
15
semi-finals,
seconds.
Sesse against Quebec coming next, and Sporting against Vancouver.
It's a great result for the Canadians because, as we were talking in the last few days, the Canadians men's team
Quiet,
is not as on point as the women's that have more history and more results. But coming here and getting at least the third and the fourth in the worst case scenario, it's a great result for the Canadians.
Rebecca
Bradley.
Krebs.
50 seconds to go. It's a fair result, 3-1. The Brazilians deserve this result.
Yeah, I think they've taken the big moments.
Look
and
out.
They've been relentless and they've really pushed at this Copenhagen
Quiet,
team.
please.
But massive credit to BCI
Play.
Copenhagen, who have really challenged Cesse all the way. And I'm sure they'll be fighting for that bronze medal.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go. 25.
It's deflected and it's into the back of the net. It's the cherry on top of the cake for Cesse as they lead by 4 goals to 1 with
Cesse.
20 seconds remaining.
4-1. Quiet, please.
4-0 para o Brasil.
I think it's just been a case that Cesse have just had that little bit extra to go and win the game. And massive credit to Cesse. They haven't actually made any substitutions during this game as well. So the energy levels
Quiet,
and
please.
the relentlessness of their play has been
Play.
very, very, very good. And Copenhagen, though, should keep their heads held high.
Now, starting to prepare the final. Do you think that this was more tiresome that the Sporting match?
Yeah, because it's been more of a mental challenge for Cesse. It's been not just a physical but mental battle as well to overcome a BCI Copenhagen team that have been really tough to beat. So it will be interesting. And of course, CESC women will have less time, of course, before the final. So it's going to be certainly very interesting.
in the little things.
Those little margins, those fine margins can make all the difference. But I'm sure it'll be a brilliant final.
Caros amigos brasileiros, o Brasil acabou de garantir o seu lugar na final. O CESC de São Paulo, na categoria feminina, vai jogar com o Sporting Clube de Portugal. A final feminina dentro de algumas horas, na verdade. Ainda temos as duas semifinais masculinas e o bronze para definir, portanto ainda há aqui algum tempo para descansar. As brasileiras mereceram esta vitória fantástica sobre as dinamarquesas, que claramente estão felizes com o resultado final. Uma grande salva de palmas entre as duas equipas. Nós voltaremos às 11h20 para mais um fantástico jogo, aí para definir quem vai jogar a final masculina. Voltamos já a seguir. Bradley, 11:20, next game, a men's semi-final.
First men's semi-final coming up very shortly.
We'll be back. Be back with us.
GoalBall is effort. GoalBall is passion. GoalBall is glory. Here, we love GoalBall. IBSA GoalBall European Championships Group B, Portugal 2022.